I'm Jen Thomas, and I'm the everything behind Fiber Goddess. I'm coming to you today from Mohkinstsis on Treaty 7 territory, otherwise known as Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I just wanted to acknowledge that it's kind of strange that I'm doing this right now on a day where there's an economic blackout, to try to so just wanted to say that's a little weird, but I am the epitome of small business since it is literally just me and my family when I can bribe them to help me out. So yeah, I'm gonna go over some yarn bases today, tell you a little bit about me. If you have any questions at all throughout, just throw them up in the chat and I will get to them. This is also being recorded. It will go up on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it all, or if you miss something, you can go back and watch it later. Just a little bit about me. I was born and raised in a small town in New Brunswick, Canada, on the East Coast. My grandmother taught me to knit when I was 7. I also learned to crochet back then. But at this point in time, it confounds my brain. So I'm mostly a knitter. I'm also a spinner. I cross stitch. I do all of I love, um, yeah, I love all things wool, needless to say. I miss the water terribly, but I do love being close to the Rockies. So it's a trade-off. So I do get to go back and visit the water sometimes. I am a staunch social justice advocate, and I've been doing my own unlearning work for over 20 years. I was out on the front lines of abortion picket lines, helping people across when I was, a teenager. So yeah, I've been doing the work for a long time. Still lots to unlearn. I've been, well, I'm about to tell you my age because I've been knitting for about 40 years. So when my grandmother taught me, yeah, now you know my age. I've been spinning for about 10 years, and Fiber Goddess is about 8 years old this year. As I mentioned earlier, I am in Canada and ship from there. So with the uncertain state of things right now regarding tariffs, I can't be guaranteed that come Monday you won't be charged tariffs on your order. I know earlier last month when tariffs were threatened, shipping slowed way down as well. I'm just throwing it out there for you that we don't know what's happening. It could be a possibility. I will ship. Your order will get to you. I just don't know what's sort of happening right now. Um, on that note, also can't be guaranteed that you won't get charged a 25% tariff when your order arrives. However, I'd like to point out that our dollar is so horrible right now that even with the tariff, you're still getting a really awesome deal because our dollar is so bad, for any Americans out there. So you're still coming out ahead of the game, but yeah, just throwing that out there as a um, warning above all. We do have a sale code, Vogue 10, that will get you 10% off your whole order as I'm throwing things everywhere. Um, it is possible to ship sometime this weekend. It won't get to the border before Monday is the issue. It just won't get to the border before Monday. And last time there was all kinds of confusion around, even the US border wasn't sure what to do with stuff. So I'm just hopefully fingers crossed things will be okay, but everything's really super uncertain right now. So I will get things out. It's just probably not going to reach the border by Monday when things could happen. Um, Marking it as a gift, everything that is also
Yeah.
it's not everything is getting, from what we understand here in Canada, everything will be getting tariffed. So I can't make any guarantees. So yeah, sorry. Thanks for all the questions though. Um, Yeah, Vogue 10. The only thing that aren't included are sale items and my moon boxes that I'll be talking about in just a couple of minutes. Sale items, there's some sale items in the shop that are already like lower than wholesale pricing because I'm just trying to clear out some retired colorways. If you do place an order, if you do want to order some um, sale items, you can do a second order and I can combine shipping if that makes sense. So, and refund shipping on your second order. So that's, yeah, we can work something out on that, but just the code doesn't include sale items. So, um, I have everything in my shop from lace weight to super bulky. I'm going to concentrate today on bases that are kind of lighter because we're getting into summer. But I do have, anywhere like I have worsted, I have bulky, I have super bulky. I don't have an Aran weight, but I have gotten an Aran weight gauge from my worsted base. And I don't have a sport weight yarn, but both my Emma sock and Cash merino cashmere nylon base I've gotten sport gauge with as well. So I don't have those specific bases, but I have bases that can work for that gauge if you'd like. First up, I want to show you I have these tote bags and it says introverted but willing to discuss social justice and yarn. This is my last one. I have ordered more, but for right now, this is the last one that I have. It's a great project bag. I actually carry multiple project bags in mine. It has a zipper and a little pocket inside to hold notions. So it's a great little project bag. Last one. So if you want to act fast, I am getting more though. I also wanted to talk about my moon boxes. So I'm a little bit of a witch and I have started doing witchy boxes. So get my camera in there. There we go. So have a full moon box coming up. The full moon box is $50 plus shipping. It includes one skein of a special colorway. I haven't, these pictures are not inspired. These were just sort of witchy pictures that I picked for my year of project. So I am going to have a full moon box in March, a full moon box in September, and then for solstice, summer solstice and winter solstice, I'm going to have a bit of a bigger box with probably 3 braids of fiber or 3 skeins of yarn. The moon boxes are slightly smaller, so they have one skein of either my Emma sock or Downy DK yarn, or 1 braid of spinning fiber in either Targhee or BFL. So yeah, and they also come with ritual items. So what I do is I write up a little card with information about the full moon, some rituals that you can do. I will add in, like when I did full moon boxes before, there were like crystals, candles, maybe some knitting notions or fiber notions. It just depends on honestly what kind of strikes me. I also support local businesses while I'm doing all of those extras. So yeah, that's what the full moon and other witchy boxes for the rest of the year will sort of. The full moon boxes, what happens is they're not actually, I haven't made them yet. So they're a surprise when they come. They're created, and on the full moon, I also do a card pull. So they won't ship until after full moon on March 14th. They will Yeah, so the pictures were just a fun thing. But yeah, so it's a surprise skein of yarn or colorway. And then on March 14th, I do a card pull. So everyone who buys one everyone who buys one gets a card pull as well. I do have samples on my Instagram of past full moon boxes and solstice boxes if you want to kind of get an idea of what can be in them. So if you want to go there to on Facebook or Instagram, I do, and you can scroll back and see some samples of what I've done in past ones. Um, I wanted to highlight today a yarn, my non-superwash BFL yarn. I am currently working on two projects with it, and I'm loving it so much that I really wanted to show it today. And it's called Ruth, named after my grandmother who taught me how to knit. So here is this this is Ruth. So it's a fingering weight non-superwash yarn. It is super toothy. I wanted to show you. Here we go. This is my pressed flowers cardigan that I'm currently working on. In my Ruth base, the contrast yarn is hand spun, is my own hand spun. But this is what it looks like. Yeah, I'm loving working with this yarn. It's also a really great color work yarn. I just started this project and I'm gonna put it under here so you can, it's still on the needles, but you can it's a really great, sorry, I'm gonna get it to stretch out a little bit more. There you go. It's a really great color work yarn. Yeah, super toothy. This is the colorway that I did on my cardigan. It's called Ruffled Spirit. This is oysters dyed to make those pearls, which is actually the contrast color that I'm using. But mine's in hand spun, but it does come in that color. And this colorway is called Whisper of Desire. So that is that yarn. Just have a couple more colors here to show you. This is called Fall of the Patriarchy. And this one is We Will Always Go Out Dancing, this teal here. So those are just some colors of Ruth. So that's non-superwash BFL. And it is, I know some people have issues with non-superwash. This one's a super soft one, a super great one to work with. So I wanted to highlight that. Looking at my notes here, we'll see what's next. My next yarn is one of my newer bases, and it's called Pizzazz. And Pizzazz has these adorable little neon flecks in it, the neps, and I apologize because I could not find my there we go. I could not find my black light flashlight this morning, but all of the neps actually glow under a black light, a UV light. But they're also super fun. You can see the flecks, especially in this dark one here, but it's also super cute on this one. This colorway is called 50 Shades of Gray. This one is Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, and this one is Boss Ass Bitch is the name. All of my colorway names are inspired by pop culture, song lyrics, anything like that. And some of them can get a little salty, so fair warning there, like that like that pink one. I do not offer a skein winding service, unfortunately. And I made myself the Jessie made ripple bralette in my pizzazz base. And so this took one skein for the bralette, and this is the Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia colorway, the navy, and you can see how those neps, the neon neps, super pop on it. Right, so that is Pizzazz. Oh, I have one more colorway on Pizzazz, and that's one of my favorite colorways, so I will highlight that as well. This is a perfect graveyard of buried hopes, which is a quote from Anne of Green Gables for any Anne fans out there. And it's a super fun purple, gray, navy, muted, moody colorway on with the neon neps. And my next base is a great one for summer. It's a 50-50 merino silk blend, and it's called Anne because if you haven't guessed, I'm a bit of an Anne of Green Gables fan. So, this one is, like I said, it's 50-50 merino silk. It's 437 yards per 100 gram skein. It's a fingering weight, and go. Get them all in camera here. This one is We Will Always Go Out Dancing. This one is called What I'm afraid of, this is called Ruffled Spirit, which is also the one that I made my cardigan with. And this one is a special one-off that's only available on Anne called Summer Days. And it's like I said, it's a one-off, but I also love how it works with, especially these two colorways here. I think it would make a really beautiful shawl with those ones. So that is Anne. I do have a sample of a shawl knit with Anne. This is called the Lambton Pains shawl, and it's my friend Kate is a designer. And so Kate Bostwick, it's available on Ravelry, but it's called the Lambton Pains shawl, and it's all a slip stitch. This yarn has a really beautiful drape, if you're looking. Um, Ronnie, if you want to get in contact with me afterwards, we can talk about stuff and work things out, okay? So just yeah, just I see your message, but yeah, if you want to get in contact with me afterwards, send me an email, which you can link from my website. We can talk, okay? Um, and where is my next one? Is Alice is my next base that I want to talk about. Alice is my lace weight base, and it's super special to me. It is an camel silk lace weight blend. And I brought Alice in because I am super allergic to all of the fluffies. I'm super allergic to mohair. I'm super allergic to um, Surrey alpaca, all of the fuzzy yarns. But I also love all of the patterns that are out there that use mohair and all of those fuzzy yarns. So I brought in my camel silk lace as a replacement for that. And here, this color is Depths, or not Depths of Despair. Despite All My Rage is the orange one. This one is called Hex the Patriarchy. And this one is called Persistent Resistors, the purple. And this, just going to put it out here. This is actually the natural color of the camel silk. So it's a little bit beige. It takes colors more deeply, which I really love. So I've held it double, just as you would with mohair or other, fluffy yarns. I've also done, so that's what I did here. This is my love note from Tin Can Knits. This was my Lady in Red colorway. The base I love to hold it double with, and I'll get to that in just a couple of minutes, is my Cash base. It's a merino cashmere nylon fingering weight base. Um, and it's lovely with this camel silk. It has a really great stitch definition. And so it's not as fuzzy as a mohair or other things. There is a little bit, you can see, I'm just going to hold this up here and hope it will focus. You can see it does have a little bit of a halo, not so much as the mohair and other things, but it works really great. I have also used it. This is the Phantom Fuzz top by what's I have it here. It's like leaving my brain right now. Park Williams. I had her Instagram name in my head, but not her last name. Um, oh, my tech support can list all of that in there for you. He will do that right now. This is in the chat. So this is that camel silk held single. Um, really fun, kind of overweight, but yeah, you can use it it's a great lace weight yarn, but it's also versatile because you can use it as that kind of mohair replacement. So that's so as I mentioned, one of my favorite bases is my Cash base. It's my go-to fingering weight base, and it's merino cashmere nylon, and it's really great for single projects or held double with my camel silk, as I mentioned. And here are just a couple of different colorways. This one here is Depths of Despair. This is called Swaddle Me in Corduroy. This again is that perfect graveyard of buried hopes. And this one here, I'm just gonna move it over a little bit, is called I Can Kill You With My Brain, which is a kind of fun tan peachy color. But yeah, so this is Cash. Like I said, I have a couple of samples here. This is the V-neck back tee that I used. So it's got really great stitch definition and makes a really great sweater project as well. And as well, um, this is called the Tiny Dancer Top, and I made this with hand spun and my cash base, so you can sort of see how it goes here. So, yeah, cash is one of my favorite. It's my go-to fingering weight base for sweaters, actually for anything. Here is it in the colorway. Don't underestimate the importance of body language and just these nice little fingering weight gloves. This is also held double with the camel silk lace as well. I'm just wary of time here, so I'm going to push through. I've got, so my camel silk lace, I also have it on a fingering weight, and here it is. So this is Fall of the Patriarchy, perfect graveyards again. This really deep olive is called Little Stinging Secrets or Stinging Little Secrets. I go back and forth on the website, so I apologize for that. Sometimes, yeah, I forget my own name. So it could be there under Little Stinging Secrets or Stinging Little Secrets. So, but this is the fingering weight version of the camel silk lace. It's once again about 437 yards per 100 grams. And this is the clapetee that I made with the camel silk fingering. This colorway is Don't Underestimate the Importance of Body Language. And as you can see, the drape on this yarn is it's lovely. Um, it's a really great yarn. So yeah, camel silk lace.
I'm sorry, what is the pattern for that again,
The
please?
clapetee, it's
Thank
on
you. Thank you.
it's on knitty. Yeah,
Thank you.
clapetee.
Got it, knitted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautifully knit in that yarn.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely it was a lovely project. Yeah. And what's my next space here? Oh, Emma. I do have just a sock, merino nylon sock base. It's a lovely, it's a great base. I don't know if you can, I'm gonna try to find the end here of this base. It's actually kind of a special base. It's an 8-ply cabled yarn. So it's actually super sturdy. It's I'm gonna find it. Here we go. So you can see, is it going to focus? There you go. You can sort of see all of the plies together. So it's a really sturdy, great sock yarn. The sweater I'm wearing right here is the Red Moon sweater. It was knit with my Emma base as well. This is called Mighty Fine Shindig. This one is 2 pierced nipples and a black tattoo. This one is one of my newest colorways called Charisma, Witchcraft and Bad Judgment, which is kind of how I live my life. And this one is These High Hopes Are Letting Me Down. So yeah, so it's great for socks. It's super, the stitch definition is crisp. It's lovely. I also made this Sporty Shrug by Jack Cieslak out of it. So you can really see the kind of stitch definition on those cables. It's a great yarn for not just socks, but also socks. Yeah, and tech support, in case you didn't see that message, if you can put my email address in there, that would be great. Also wanted to just highlight a couple of things for spinners and stuff out there. But first, I also sell hand spun yarn. And so I've been spinning. These are just some hand spun yarns that I have. They're all one of a kind. They're all priced by yardage. So the more yardage you get, the more expensive they are. But yeah, so they're great. Some of them are bigger, so you have enough for a whole project. Some I have some smaller skeins, but that would work really well for like that tiny dancer top or um any yokes in a sweater or anything like that. But yeah, so here are some of the bigger skeins that I have as well. So yeah, you can see this one's super beefy. I called them my yarn babies, the bigger ones. And yeah, so check out all the hand spun. It's really like I said, all one of a kind, super special because yeah, it's hand spun. If you haven't ever knit with it, it's a special kind of treat. So yeah. And I do have spinning fiber as well. For spinners out there. Oh, showing you my notes. You got the little behind the scenes there. So I have over 15 fiber bases for spinners out there. Most are non-superwash. I do have a couple of superwash for people. This one is that Bad Judgment Witchcraft Charisma colorway. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in there. This is like a sparkly nylon in this one. It's a BFL nylon. But I do have yeah, I do have, like I said, I have a ton of different bases of spinning fiber. I also just wanted to say that if there isn't something, some things are a little low in stock right now. If there's something in the shop that you really want more of a colorway, or there's not enough in base, or if it's sold out, please get in contact with me. I'm always happy to do custom if people need more of a colorway that isn't there. I'm always happy to do that. So just get in contact with me. Also for spinners, I wanted to highlight, I have these fiber boxes as well. So the Clapetee was made from Cooper, the camel silk fingering weight base. So I have these fiber boxes, and in these fiber boxes, you get top, we go. There we go. Top, roll legs, and a bat. And it's all in the same colorway and it's all in the same fiber. So you really get a chance to experiment with how different preps can impact color and impact final yarn. So it's a great little way to experiment with different preps of fiber. And these have been super popular. So yeah, so that's and it's about 6 ounces of fiber, I should say. So you get 2 ounces of top, 2 ounces of Rolex, and 2 ounces of a bat to work with. Um, just have a couple of minutes. Does anyone have any more questions or anything? I also have Rolex on the website as well. I'm a pretty open book, so if you ever have questions, don't hesitate to get in contact with me and yeah, ask me anything at all. You can follow, I think he posted all of my socials and my email address, everything is there. Any questions before we sign off for the day?
Excuse me, how many yards is in the pizzazz, please?
Pizzazz, that's a really good. I think it is. I'm gonna find it because I don't want to lie to you. Uh, it is also 437 yards.
And it's fingering weight, correct?
Fingering weight, 100 grams. Yes, 437 yards. Yes.
Thank you.
No worries. Like I said, I just wanted to double. I was pretty sure that's what it was, but I always want to check, especially in moments like
Great, great presentation. Thank
oh,
you very much.
thank you for coming. And like I said, it will also be posted on YouTube after. And yeah, um, feel free to reach out and get in contact anytime.
Thank you. I
Thanks,
will. Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.